Hey, I'm Katie. This is Living in the Now. On my channel, I talk about everyday manifesting, stories, and examples to help you to manifest everything you desire. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm a new channel, so that helps more people to see my videos. Today's video is about being non-reactive. When we react, or when we emotionally react, those thoughts create. Emotionally reacting blocks what you do want. Why? Because it is making you feel bad about something, or bad about your desire. And the only thing that is preventing your desires is your bad thoughts and feelings about it. When something happens, observe it. Don't react, and say what you do want. Make a new story. React positive by saying, I'd rather have this instead. That way you aren't ignoring it and also deciding to change it, so it doesn't happen again or keep happening. Decide, does that thing bother me? Yes. Okay, do I want to change it? Everything is left the way that we last created it to be. Things keep in place and keep happening until you acknowledge it and change it. Things that we have manifested stay in place until we acknowledge it and change it. That happens because when we wake up, we know who we are. We know where you live, and people act the same as we left them. Otherwise, you'd wake up and not know who you are, or not know what your reality was, or you'd have to create it every single day. When an unwanted situation happens, it's not about ignoring it, it's about observing it and changing it. Ignoring it doesn't work because it's still a form of resisting it. If something you don't like happens, until you acknowledge it and change it, then it keeps happening. So accept it, don't react, and say what you do want, and move on. Don't make it a big deal. Reacting to it is resisting it, and that makes more of it. Reacting to it makes it stay and persist. You get more of it, because that is what you're focused on. So accept it, and just realize that needs to be changed. Respond instead of react. Just observe it. Why is reacting bad? Because it leads into a negative story. For example, in dating, a person on an app says they live hours away. Just observe it. Respond and don't react. If that isn't what you want, don't react and say, I'd like to find someone closer to my location. Then you'd state to yourself in your head what you do want and your new story. I want a person who lives close by so we can hang out often. I always meet people who live close by. Manifesting people close by is easy for me. Then it is possible the old story happens again. Another person lives far away. But if you persist in your new story, the old one will change. Then your desired story becomes true. Someone close by will show up. Okay, so if you were to react, that would go like, oh my God, I'm so upset, and why is everyone so far away? Why can't I meet someone by me? Why don't people live around here in my area? And why don't the people around here in my area like me? What is so bad about me? Why can't I find someone? So see, this is all a negative, bad story. And you're upset about your desire for someone to live close by. And the only thing preventing your desires is your bad thoughts about it. So see, these are all bad thoughts about it, which prevent that. And they prevent what you are wanting. So you can apply this type of thoughts and mindset to any situation. Another one, for example, I'm upset they never pay for dates. I hear others get dates paid for. I must not be attractive or good enough. So see, you take it personal and you're emotionally reacting. All this will block what you do want and also make more of the unwanted. You could instead not react and observe it. Okay, we both paid, or I just paid, but this means nothing. It means nothing. They will pay next time. I want them to pay next time, and pay all the time. I deserve to be taken out and get paid for. That type of story, if that's your desire. I once simply said, I want them to pay, before a date, and I had forgotten about it, and they insisted on paying even though I had offered to as well. People usually emotionally react because we take things personally, or we take it to mean something about ourselves. For example, their behavior means rejection for us, or this saying about me is bad or wrong, or to mean that we're not good enough. But things only have the meaning that you give it, so try to see if what happened could mean something else in your favor. For example, they canceled plans and can't see you tomorrow, but they want to see you next weekend, and you get paid next weekend. So you can not react and see that as good. You can think, hey, my payday is then. I don't have to struggle, and I can have more money by that time. See how you see what happened as good and not react? Or for example, they text back a one-word answer. That could really make you react. Or you could take it personal to mean that they don't like you. Or instead, you can not react and make it to mean they were in the middle of something. About to drive, or at work, or about to shower. It actually has nothing to do with you personally. At least they said that. They will say more later. Look for another meaning you can give the situation that happens to you. Usually when you react, you are triggered by past people, things, or memories, or past experiences. Another tip is to try to see stuff from their view, too. How are they seeing it? They didn't text you back because they were in a hurry and about to drive. Try to see their perspective or view of the situation. Don't take anything personally. If they cancel, it may not be because they don't like you. It may be from the story itself that people always cancel on you. So check your story. Also see my video called Thought Stories for more information or examples of that. Another video I have related to this is called The Meanings You Give Things Are Ruining Everything. So that's a good one to watch as well. If you confront them directly, where you say to them, you always cancel on me, I'm so mad, you end up pushing them away. And it also makes more of it. Because you're focused on what you don't want, plus you're getting upset. You are emotionally reacting. Instead say, okay, then say to yourself a new story of what you do want in your head. You know your thoughts create, so you go back to your thoughts. The old story may still show up for a while, and your dominant thoughts are what manifests. So minimize the reactions and stay in the story of what you do want, and it will end up happening. Another example, when dating, if you had a date and they weren't totally what you wanted, then see the good of it. Don't react and get all upset. Focus on the good parts of it, and then add what you do want. For example, we got together. They were on time, so that was great. They dressed nice. I liked that. I observed it was okay, but the connection was not totally there, and I was not fully attracted to them. So I would not react, and then I would say what I do want. I want a partner I connect with. I want a person I find very attractive. And then move on. Don't get into the story of why it was so bad or things you didn't like. It just won't lead anywhere good. If you instead didn't react and said what you wanted, you would stay in alignment. And then a new person may come along shortly after who is all those things that you wanted combined. And see, since you didn't react, you stayed aligned. And what you wanted, it ended up happening. The opposite way, if you got super upset, it would probably lead you to more bad dates in the same unwanted situations. Or another dating example. If you got in a fight and they said, I never want to talk to you again, don't react. Your story would be, they were just upset. They didn't mean it. I want them to talk to me and to never get upset at me. I want them to be nice to me. Holding on to it and thinking they will never talk to you again and focusing on that rather than changing the story, then you get them not talking to you. Emotionally reacting blocks what you do want. So make stuff to mean what you want it to mean. So if you let the 3D keep affecting you, keep upsetting you, and keep making you sad or cry or mad, if you keep reacting to what you see in your reality that you don't like, you're going to stay where you're at. The 3D world is an illusion, so don't care what your 3D world says. Care what you say. See something happen and not accept it in your mind. Instead, say to yourself, in my reality, it's like this. and say what you want or how you want it to be. Since all things or situations have no meaning except the meaning we give it, to help you to not react in the moment, you can say to yourself in that moment, "It means nothing." Say, "It means nothing," and return back to being calm. Then say what you want it to mean instead in your head. You're a human and will get upset or react probably at some point. But by understanding all this and mastering this, you can then quickly realize you're reacting and return to peace and stability. This way, you can handle things way better. I also found when I was so angry, like enraged angry, about something that there's a technique called EFT, which is an emotional freedom technique, or called EFT Tapping. You tap on certain parts of your body while saying statements, and it releases emotions from you. All the points you tap are all internally connected, and there are specific points on your body. So at first I thought, that seems dumb, or what can that really do? But once I was really angry and just tried it, I noticed an immediate shift in my energy. And after I was like, yeah, okay, I don't care about that situation anymore. So I'll link a video to a person I found who does that below. He has several different ones based on different topics. So not reacting means you want nothing to do with it. Don't give it meaning or react. Don't care. If it happens again, don't care. The more you get mad about something, the more you will see it, and the more it'll keep happening. Don't make a big deal of it. If you do, you're attaching emotion and attention and meaning to it. Instead, don't react. Say what you want and move on. Usually when you do react, it is because you see and interpret a situation a certain way. It connects to a memory, a definition, a past feeling, a habit, an idea. It attaches meaning to it. So instead say, "I don't like that, bye. This is what I want," and move on. The moment you attach judgment to it, to what you're seeing, in that moment is when it may happen again, or stuff like it may come. Reacting adds emotion, weight, ideas. It is being focused on things you don't like and things that make you upset. It's making it a big deal, which then brings more of it because you're impressing it in your mind. You're attaching to it. Letting it go and not reacting is not attaching to it. When you attach to it, it's like focusing on it and bringing more of it to you. So again, emotionally reacting blocks what you do want. It makes you feel bad about your desire, and the only thing preventing your desires is your bad thoughts about it. I hope this helped you to notice your thoughts, emotions, and help you to improve your relationship situations so you can get everything that you want. Thanks for watching.